At a family barbecue, I found my son Thomas's beloved action figures burning in the fire pit. My brother Tony just smirked, saying, "Kids gotta learn the world's not nice. Better he cries here than gets humiliated at school." My 5-year-old son was inconsolable. I scooped him up, walked out, and didn't look back. Behind me, my parents called me too sensitive. Tony's laughter was the loudest sound. The next morning, my dad appeared at my door. "Tony's hit some turbulence at work," he began, talking about a client deal gone sideways. He wanted me to put in a good word, save Tony's job. The audacity floored me. Yesterday, my son's toys were incinerated. Today, they wanted me to save Tony's career. "I'm not calling anyone for Tony," I stated. Dad's expression turned threatening. "You'd let your brother lose everything over one mistake? If you can't support family, maybe you should sit the next gathering out." The guilt campaign began immediately. Mom sobbed about family unity. My aunt texted about forgiveness. Cousins sent passive-aggressive memes. The breaking point was Tony's wife, Pepper, cornering me at Thomas's school pickup. "You're being petty," she hissed. "Tony's always been there for you, and now you're punishing him for being Dad's favorite." That night, an email landed in my inbox. An internal fraud investigation report from Tony's company. It made my blood run cold. Tony hadn't just made mistakes. He'd been systematically billing fake consulting fees, falsifying expense reports, and taking unauthorized kickbacks. The gut punch. My own name listed as a consultant on fraudulent invoices totaling $12,000. Work I'd never done, for a company I'd never contacted. The man who burned my son's toys for character building had been stealing my identity to fund his fraud, and my entire family was pressuring me to protect him. I called the bank, froze any accounts with my name, disputed unauthorized usage, and contacted a lawyer. I documented everything and sent a formal letter to Tony's company, clearing my name and providing evidence. Within 48 hours, Tony was terminated for cause. His company thanked me and offered me legitimate consulting work, at double what I'd been making. My family erupted. "You destroyed Tony's career. How could you betray family?" I'd spent 34 years being the quiet one, the peacekeeper, absorbing everyone's chaos. But watching my son cry over his burning toys while his uncle laughed was the moment I realized quiet doesn't mean powerless. At the confrontation dinner, I laid out the printed evidence. The fraud documents, the fake invoices with my name, the pattern of Tony's failures. "For years, you've excused his behavior while expecting me to clean up his messes," I told them calmly. "He burned Thomas's toys to toughen him up. Congratulations. He did the same thing to me, and now you get to see what happens when I stop playing nice." Tony tried one last manipulation. "You're really going to ruin your brother over a misunderstanding?" "I'm not ruining anything," I said. "I'm just done being your safety net." 6 months later, I'd built a successful consulting business from Tony's former clients. They all said the same thing. "We'd rather work with someone reliable." I bought a house with a yard where Thomas could play safely. No more family barbecues. No more guilt trips. No more being the family's designated victim. Tony still sends angry texts blaming me for destroying his life.